Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome back to our channel, the Wasini family. This is Grace, and in today's video, I'll be talking about tips for surviving in life. I'm now 40 plus. I'm 40. I just made 40, so I'm just going to say 40 plus because honestly speaking, these days it's not easy to even survive up to 30. So talking about 40, to me, I feel like it's an achievement. And also having lost a sibling, a younger sister who had just clocked 30. It's not like I'm happy about it, but I really have to thank God for long life and perfect health. So without further ado, let's get into the tips for surviving in life. Tip number 1, stop looking for those who are not looking for you. With this point, there's going to be two scenarios. There's going to be you looking for other people. Maybe you're going visiting them all the time. You're giving them a call all the time. You're sending them SMS all the time. You're the one initiating things all the time. Settle down, my sister, my brother. Calm down. At least let those people look for you at one point. If you do it 3 times, and no one is looking for you again, initiating, stop looking for them. Just sit down on your bed or your sofa and at least read the book. I said there were 2 sides. So the other side, remember this one you're looking for them. So the other side is people are looking for you when they have an issue. For example, you have a friend who is doing so well, but every time they're in trouble, they have problems, and they come to you. But they don't come to you in good times. So I'm going to give you an example. My husband has a friend who got some issues. I'm not going to say that name here. And then he had been asking his friend, can we go out for a drink? Can we do this? And the friend keeps saying no. But when he now gets issues, he starts looking for my husband. Can we hang out? Can we go and play this? Can we go and play golf? Where were you when you were? Everything was going well. So let's avoid this kind of scenarios. Let's stop looking for people. Point number 2. Our points are going to be, I'm sorry for taking back, but our points are going to be 20 plus. So we need to wrap it out very clearly and as fast as possible. Point number 2, stop begging. Stop begging. I know there's this African culture or African feeling, how should I call it, of entitlement. Stop it. You understand what I mean, entitlement? Where entitlement is a scenario whereby, for example, your siblings expect you to take care of them. I know in our culture, we used to have it where maybe the older one takes care of the younger one. It's not their job. It was just out of goodwill. But stop sitting back. I'm not saying don't help your siblings, don't help your family, don't help your friends. But that's why it's called helping. Helping is you're already in the process and somebody's just helping to push you, give you a push and lift you up. But it's not come, sit down. Sit down on your sofa, Facebook, the whole day, TikTok. At least the social media is bringing money, but okay, don't just go and start sitting in the bar and just drinking until my sister Grace, she's living in Denmark, she'll send me money, yeah? So I just drink, drive nice cars, the money will come. Stop it. Stop it and grow up. Stop saying more than necessary. Sometimes you meet somebody, you've just even met a person, and then, okay, you're friends, let's say you're friends, but you've not seen each other for a while and just met the person and start saying, the person doesn't even know, maybe I've joined 419. I'm going to use Nigerian terms for those who are Nigerians who understand. The person doesn't know whether I've now joined 419 or I'm Yahoo. Even if I was bright in school, maybe something happened. Things went worst. Things happened. And I decided to join, yeah, sorry for those who don't know, but these are like crime groups. And you come and start explaining for me. If I meet you and you start saying to me how you have these estates, how you have these cars, how you have this business. Thank you, my sister, my brother. You're just making my job easy. I'll just go and tell my group mates, and before you know it, your house or your business is all gone. So stop saying more than necessary. These are just examples. You know how we are living, and there's many more examples. So when people disrespect you, confront them immediately. I think this is just obvious, you know. Don't keep all the grudges and all those small things. It's bad for your health. Somebody calls you maybe a nigger. Don't just go to fellow Africans and start making it a big deal. Maybe a person doesn't even know how big of it. For me, personally, the word nigger will not affect me. But I think it will affect some people. So you take it all personal, go form a group and see how to attack this person. My sister, my brother, you end up in jail for nothing. Confront them immediately and just say, I feel disrespected, you know. And maybe it will even turn out for the better. So let's confront people immediately. So it's also not good for your health. Don't eat other people's food more than they eat yours. Well, I think I would love to eat other people's food because I personally don't like cooking, but I think this don't eat other people's food more than they are eating yours. I think it's almost related to the same as stop looking for people and not looking for you, because it's almost like the same issue, you know. Reduce how you visit some people, especially if they don't they don't return, you know. It should be two ways, almost the same thing I already talked about, looking for people. So it's the same, almost the same point, the same explanation. I love this point. Invest in yourself and make yourself happy. At this point reminds me so much about a lady in Uganda. I'm not going to say her name. She's a celebrity. She's her husband. She's not the celebrity. So we're talking about investing in yourself and making yourself happy. And the husband is a big celebrity. For those who know the story, it's very popular now. But she, from the look of it, she hadn't invested in herself. Your husband things are not your things. Make your own things. Work. Even if you're a stay-home mom, these days there's no excuses. There are jobs for stay-home moms. And then make yourself happy. So she says for 16 years, you know, she talks about very tiny times when she's happy. So it looks as if the biggest time she was unhappy. This will bring us to a point that says, if you're in a toxic relationship, walk away immediately. So it's almost the same point. So she says she feels like she's wasted her 16 years. Madam, calm down. It's your fault. Don't stress us. If you feel like even in 1 minute, in a week, you're unhappy, walk away. Why are you still there? That's laziness, the spirit of laziness. Let's break that spirit. So invest in yourself and make yourself happy. I love this point. So making yourself happy, you have to look good, you know, and stop using all your husband's money to look good, because you're not investing in yourself. You can use it if there's more, but also make yours. So stop entertaining gossip about other people. I think this one is, I already talked about it. Like, if people, it's almost related to when people disrespect you, confront them immediately. Because if you don't, then you start just going gossiping about people instead of doing something better to better yourself. You're just carrying on the same grudge over and over. And remember, if you go around gossiping about other people behind their back, once you turn your back like this to after the gossip, you'll be the next. That's how it always works. There's no other way it works. In my 40 years, This is how it works exactly. So just try to invest in yourself and leave other people to be. Think before you talk. 80% of how people value is what comes out of your mouth. This is very true. Sometimes you meet a very beautiful girl and you're like, wow. And then when she starts to talk, you're like, oh, girl, just keep quiet. So it's true. And this also is a bit related to the gossip. Like you meet somebody and they're just gossiping. How is this going to better me? You know, let everything coming out of your mouth be good, be intentional, be developmental, be mature. You know, things like that. So always look your best. Dress the way you should be addressed. Oh, this is very simple term, we all know it, is like a saying that's over. So this is almost related to invest in yourself, you know, like it will make you feel happy. I always feel so good when I'm well dressed, because when I'm walking, when I'm not well dressed, I don't feel so good. It's not just about how people address you, but it makes you also feel good. Like, oh, all the people staring are like, yes, keep staring. You know, it makes you feel happy and you grow younger. So next, it brings us to be an achiever. So get busy with your goals. Same thing I was saying, be an achiever, like invest in yourself, you know, be happy, invest in yourself, you know, be an achiever and get busy with your goals. When you're busy with your goals, trust me, you're not going to go gossiping around. What you're going to go gossiping around is how to achieve those goals, you know. So next is going to be respect your time. It's almost like what we've been saying from the start. You know, stop looking for people and not looking for you. You know, stop gossiping. You know, all this, invest in yourself and so you can be happy. So it brings us back up to respect your time. I really respect my time so much. I cannot go, for example, this brings us, I think this will bring me to social media. There's so many, I'm going to give you examples. There's so many people on social media that are always online. I don't mean to say it's bad if it's making you happy. And most of them, it's not, you know, these days social media is also a business. But most of the people I'm talking about are not even, social media is not their investment, but they're always online. And then once, some of us are working hard behind the scenes, and then when I come online to just relax my body, enjoy my time, immediately I get an inbox message. My sister have a problem, help me with this amount of money. And they speak in dollars. I'm not even living in America. Did you even do your research well to say that I'm living in Europe? You would be even happy to get lucky, to get euros and stuff. Oh, God forbid. Sorry. I wanted to use the S word. Not good. Instead of doing so much investment, euros would be more valuable than dollars to you. You don't even know that. Invest in yourself, my sister. Invest in knowledge on knowing which currency is even stronger than the other. This is so funny. Anyway, don't stay in a relationship where you don't feel respected and valued. Walk away. I already mentioned this. I gave you an example of the celebrity wife's story. Walk away. Don't come here making a YouTube video for us about that. We have many videos to watch. Very many educative, inspiring videos to watch. So the next will be learn to spend money on yourself. That's how people will learn to spend on you. Well, this can go two ways. I've known of ladies who, okay, I think it's talking about you already have the money. But if even you don't have the money, I remember before I got married in Uganda, I was a PR for a club. And I used to always look good. So people, I'm sure people always thought spending so much money on myself, like on the makeup, on the dressing. Honestly, it was very cheap clothes I was buying, but I knew where, you know. So this point is not saying go be a billionaire. You don't need billions to look good. All you just need is to cut your material according to your cloth, or like the Nigerians say, you know, cut your cloth according to your material. There's a saying like that. So you know, something like that. So you know, you don't need a lot of money to spend, or money to spend on yourself, so people can learn to spend on you. Even people look at you and they go, oh, she spends so much, whereas you spend so little. Sometimes you meet people who spend so much, they're putting on Chanel, Visage, or whatever brands, or Nick shoes, this, you know, and you just walk by with your, I don't know, Zara or H&M outfit, or second hand, first class, and you're really rocking it. So of course, it also depends on your body shape. So you might buy the Chanel or Versace and you're walking, and this person is just putting on very cheap, but it's really flattering their body. So something like that. And then learn to spend on yourself. Yeah, we already talked about that. I think it's like invest in yourself and look good and be happy. And then be scarce sometimes. Honestly, I don't even know how I did not know this. But I just discovered this secret when my daughter was born. I just felt like I was suffocating. I had so much going on. I had the new baby. I had mother's group meeting. Of course, I was on Basa for 1 year, but I still felt like things were not in order. And so what I decided to do was review everything in my life. And then I discovered I'm using so much time on social media, so much time on Instagram. I was not on TikTok then. I was using so much on Instagram, Facebook, and what. And there was so much bad energy coming from people, especially now when you've given birth and you put on weight. That was their problem, actually. It was not mine. I was enjoying myself, having been skinny, suffering for a long time. I was happy to put on some flesh. But of course, I was not happy with the flesh on the tummy. That was it, but I was working on it personally. It was not anybody's business. So this brings us to stop gossiping. You're wasting your time, invest in yourself. So those same people who are talking about my stomach, they're still in the same position. My daughter is now coming 3 years. They have nothing to show for their life. Only the comment they wrote on my Facebook about my tummy, which page I no longer even use. So just imagine that time you wasted, my sister, my brother. Wake up, or let me speak like Nigerian, or shine your eyes, or if they're not good just like mine, just shine them slowly. Anyway, that brings us to another point. Be a giver more than a receiver. So I think this point is not talking about us who are already giving, but it's also telling the people who are receiving. Stop only receiving. I think the best point, it's not in a bad way, but I have to be honest, because this is reality. So I have some siblings who want me to always send them like money or presents when it's their birthdays or they have issues. But honestly speaking, they don't even remember a simple thing as just my daughter and my son's birthdays, to just send a message. Oh, I don't want money, I don't want gifts. I think my kids have more than enough. I'm not bragging, but the life we are giving our kids is that they have it all, almost. Not in a bad way, but they have it. But so I don't expect any gift from you. Or if you bring them, that would be nice of you. But it's not like it's something they're lacking. They're not lacking anything. I just want that emotional support, or how can I say it? Just a happy birthday. It may not mean something to you, but it means a lot to some of us. Even to me, even for me, it will mean a lot. Don't go where you are not invited. And when invited, don't overstay your welcome. I think this is almost the same as stop looking for people. You know, I don't, I go, okay. I don't go where I'm not invited, but if I'm invited, I still don't overstay. And I think that's very good because people have things to do. The world has changed. People are no longer sitting back, doing nothing. People have lots and lots of things to do. And if they invite you, it's out of goodwill. But they're not saying come and sleep here. If they wanted you to overstay, they would have actually said, can you spend the night? So there are two different scenarios. And then we have treat people exactly the way you want to be treated. So that would be like number 18. It's almost like what I already explained about the birthday. You know, treat people the way you want to be treated, you know. You want respect people. Things like that. Expect they own you money. 2 core attempts are enough. Yeah, except if they value you, they will call you back. Yeah. Honestly, I'm thinking so much when I think of this point. So this is point number 19. So we're almost wrapping up our conversation or our chat, whatever you may call it. But when I think about this point, I'm thinking about a lady doing this to a guy, not vis-a-vis, but a lady. So you call a guy, a man, or your boyfriend, or whatever, or lover. One call is enough. It's not like this. Like I already said, they don't own you any money. Okay, if they have your money. My sister, call as long as you want. But if they don't own your money, I mean your money, not like a person promised you money. I mean you borrow them money. You get it? So you can call as much as you want, but if not, don't overcall. You're diminishing your devaluing yourself and disrespecting yourself. Actually, I'm going to first skip point number 20 and talk about my favorite topic of all time. And I have a video for those who have not been to my channel and you're watching me for the first time. I have a video about, I can't remember the exact title, but the video is about I think the title is Stop Calling Him Your Husband. I struggle so much with so many Ugandans calling men my husband. Even somebody I just met today and the person say I like you, the next day she will type, oh, my husband did this, oh, my husband. Also, just because you have kids with them, it's not your husband. If you're not properly married, also just because you've lived with him for 20 years, it's not your husband, even if you're properly married. So if you already make him your husband before the actual thing happens, so there's almost no reason why you should make it official. You already given him the title and everything. Why would he make it official? Why would he do the right thing? So that's like my favorite topic of all time. And I think it's a very good tip to be happy in life and live longer too. Because you're actually facing you're facing reality. You're not faking things. Because this my husband when it is not even your husband, it's fakeness. And if you continue living your life like this, my sister, you're not going to better yourself in any way. So it's a very important tip. And I hope people are noting it down. I think it's my best tip of all. And lastly, be good at what you do. I like this so much. So many people think to survive in life, you have to be maybe this, you have to be a doctor, you have to be a lawyer, an engineer, a pilot. You can even be a tailor, from what I've discovered, and be very successful if you're very good at what you do. You can be a content creator full-time. Some of us don't have so much time. Even if I had the time, I don't know if I really, because we are different, I don't know if I really want to be full-time content creator. It gets to my brain. I love taking time away from social media. It's something I discovered about myself after I get back to my daughter, that it makes me very happy when I take time off social media. Some people just love it. And it's who they are. There's nothing you can do about it. But if you're not like them, then find something else you love to do and do it to your best, to the best of your ability. And without So I just want to round up this conversation or our day. I hope you had so much to learn and you enjoyed my video. If you need more tips on life and more, how can I say, more ideas on how I manage to survive, and it's not like I'm doing it perfectly, but I just think some people don't know these few tips. So, but I also wanted to add a little before I round off about if you live in Europe and you're living, for example, in Denmark, try to invest more in warm clothes than light clothes. I that's a lesson I've also learned. When I came to Denmark, I didn't think about it, but I've been here now. It's going to come to 8 years. It will soon be 8 years, and I just think this would be very good advice. For example, for somebody who is planning to come to live in Europe or Denmark for the very first time, this will be a very good tip for you. I came with very light clothes, and I really suffered in the first years, but I'm starting to enjoy and feel good in Denmark. So thank you so much for watching, and have a lovely day. Bye.